Hiking is one of the best ways to stumble across interesting reptiles and amphibians. I'm going to be exploring creeks crossing the trail and scenic trails with fields and waterfalls home to many more reptiles I hope to find as well. Oftentimes, these animals are found with luck, and I was definitely lucky to see my first snake almost immediately. This common garter snake vanished into the fields, but I was optimistic I might see more. It turned out I was right because I saw another garter snake up ahead. These harmless snakes are definitely some of the easiest reptiles to find on the trail, so I let it slither off into a hole. American toads were also near some rocks along the trail. These toads were most likely hunting for any available invertebrates. This millipede crossing the trail is probably too large or toxic for toads to consider. The heat of the morning sun seemed to attract more basking reptiles, as I soon spotted a baby common water snake. While the snake is still small, it has a distinct banded pattern it will lose with age. I barely had to coax this water snake to get it off the trail. One of the first interesting habitats on the trail I was hiking on was a field with plenty of bushes. Simply walking across it revealed a spring peeper in the grass. These frogs are chorus frogs. When I heard another animal in the field, I placed my phone near some bushes where I heard the noise, hoping to showcase it. After reviewing the video, I noticed the North American racer slithering by. I caught a few glimpses of the snake afterwards too. Next, I found this wood turtle, most likely crossing the field to lay eggs. If so, that would make this beautiful turtle a female. I watched the wood turtle as it crossed the field, with what seemed to be a clear destination in mind. Green frogs were another amphibian species which seemed to be using the field too. Normally, these frogs are found near bodies of water, and sure enough, there was a pond nearby. Looking along the banks of the water revealed more green frogs either sitting ready to jump or already in the water. The trail moved along the pond side where there were a bunch of weeds. I was lucky to get a hold of a common garter snake, which nearly escaped into them. It was cool to see the snake once again, this time in hand, but I let it go soon enough, especially since it seemed very stressed. Other frogs which served as likely prey for that snake were pickerel frogs. These frogs have a blotched patterning which sometimes made it hard for me to spot them. Once again, I was searching the banks of the water when I found a painted turtle. This turtle was definitely stressed, so I kept the interaction short and let it crawl back towards the water. That's when I spotted an eastern newt swimming nearby too. Since I couldn't get a better look, I continued along the trail where I approached a heavily forested area. Some logs looked suitable for salamanders, so I flipped a few. That's how I found a couple of eastern redback salamanders. In many places, these amphibians are vital for the overall biomass available to larger opportunistic predators. In fact, I found one of these salamanders under almost every single log I flipped. One of these opportunistic predators is the ringneck snake. I found this snake crawling in the leaf litter, yet these snakes normally spend their lives further underground and out of sight. I was happy to find another snake, so I let it back into the leaves. Now, approaching the final stage of the trail, I was shocked to find a common snapping turtle. Just like the wood turtle from earlier, this animal was probably looking for a place to lay eggs, so I let it be. This large turtle species might have been responsible for the hatched eggshells, which were also next to the trail. With these animals behind me, I reached a stunning waterfall. While this spot isn't normally associated with snakes, I couldn't help but find some. This common water snake was sitting in a coiled position, but didn't seem to mind me at all. This adult snake lost all of the gray bands the juvenile from earlier had. As if I hadn't had enough luck finding reptiles and amphibians so far, I ended the hike with the stunning eastern milk snake. These snakes feature a ton of cool colors and shapes, as well as a surprisingly strong body used to constrict their prey.